What's going on, guys? J-Rob the Collector here, and we're back at it again this week with another video. And in this video, I'm going to be showing you my entire PSA 10 graded Pokemon card collection. It could take a couple of videos because I do have, I guess, more than one video's worth of PSA 10s. And before we get started, I just wanted to say thank you so much for the support so far. It's been incredible. All the support's been awesome. Thank you for the subscribes, the likes, everything, the comments. We're almost at 500 subscribers, so you can see we're at 459. 500 subscribers, we do have a giveaway. So if you do like the content, would really appreciate the support and click all the buttons. If you could like the video as well, if you're enjoying it, please hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. And feel free to tick that little bell to make sure you get all the new content when I upload videos. You'll know right away. And yeah, would really appreciate that. And thank you so much for the support so far. Mwah! Alright, so let's get into our first card here. I do have a bit of a stack of cards here. I'm actually going to move it off screen just so I can kind of pull them easier and we have more room to work with our little shiny Eevee here, this little cutie. So let's pull the first card here and boom! Of course, it's got to be a Charizard. This is, not too special of a Charizard, but I guess some people would say any Charizard is special. This is a PSA 10 of the reverse Charizard, reverse holo, in Vivid Voltage. So this came out at the end of 2020, really when I started to get back into the collecting journey, into the hobby, and I was able to actually buy this off a friend who gave it to me for a pretty good price, $40 Canadian, which is like 30, 28 US maybe, super cheap. So I mean, we add those to the collection, baby. Really happy with this one. Always happy to add a Charizard to the collection, baby. All right, let's get into the next one here. Speak of the devil, baby. I think we actually may have two, so I'm just going to pull these aside here. This is the Charizard Illustration Grand Prix. So I believe there was a contest in Japan back in 2020, and this was the winning image, the winning illustration of the Charizard that won. And so obviously many thousands and thousands, probably hundreds of thousands of these were printed. It was actually around $200 at one point, or even more in a PSA 10. It's about 40, 50, 60 now. I think it's probably on the up and up. I was able to get these at like $40 each just to throw them in the collection. Super cheap. It's a PSA 10. And actually the artwork is really cool. He's kind of like in a Coliseum getting ready to brawl it out or something. It almost looks like a Smash Bros like entrance or something. So I always thought it was pretty cool. So wanted to add a few to the collection just to have. So there we go. All right, next one, baby. Let's go. Boom! We got the Moltres Zapdos Articuno Stained Glass Birds from the Hidden Fates ETB. Every single one came with one of these. But this is a bit of a special one because my brother and my girlfriend gave it to me a couple years ago on my birthday. So yeah, a really special one to have in the collections. And you know what? It really is a gorgeous artwork. I mean, come on, there's really no artwork like it in the entire trading card game. So I did want to add one of these to the PSA 10 collection. So always nice to get a gift like that I was going to add it anyway. So super nice. So we have this one. Let's go. Boom! We have the Zacian Vivid Voltage Amazing Rare. Vivid Voltage was a set where all the Amazing Rares came out, and they were really hype when they first came out. And I think I may know what I have coming next, so I'm just going to pull them out. Boom! We have a whole set of the PSA 10 Amazing Rares. Give me a second, I'll be right back. Let me just kind of put them all together here. Boom! We got them all in the frame here. There you go, PSA 10s. Oh, when these came out, they're almost like slightly nostalgic at this point. I actually opened a Vivid Voltage booster box back when it was like 170 Canadian, which had dropped quite a bit to like 130, 140. Now it's kind of going up and up again. And they're almost nostalgic now. I mean, this artwork is just fantastic. I know they're not the rarest cards, but I was able to add them all in a PSA 10 just to get that set. And I was able to get them at pretty good prices. The only one I did pay up for was the Rayquaza here, which I paid like 100 Canadian, which is a lot. Probably around 70 or so US. I know it's gone down, but who cares? I mean, I got the rest of these for like 30, 35 each Canadian, so really, really cheap. And now I have the whole set, so I don't have to worry about it. And I always wanted to complete the set in PSA 10, so super happy about these and happy to have them in the collection. All right, baby. I think we got a Japanese. We got a new back here. Let's see what we got. Boom! We got the 2020 Kanazawa's Pikachu. This is from the opening of the Pokemon Center in Kanazawa in Japan. Always wanted to go to Japan. It's my first on the list when it comes to traveling the world. So I will absolutely get there at one point, hopefully soon. But yeah, it was super amazing card and it just absolutely gorgeous artwork with the little Pokemon Center logo there. It's just gorgeous, and I was able to add it to the collection for maybe about 150 Canadian, which is about 110 or 20 US. I don't know where it's at today, but I just knew that I wanted this in the collection, and I mean, I'm sure there was quite a few of them released because just like any other Pokemon Center promo, I think this one especially was kind of widespread, but I mean, it's getting older now and things move quickly in this hobby sometimes. Sometimes really slowly, but sometimes quickly. You never really know, but happy to add this guy to the collection. Bit of a cutie, you know? You just want to give him a little kiss. Mwah! All right, what do we got next? Boom! We got the, once again, another technically Vivid Voltage card. This was in the pre-release kits. This is actually a PSA 10, and it has a bit of a story. I wanted to keep this, the price tag on it. It says 60, and that's Canadian, which is already pretty cheap. This was quite a while ago, maybe 6 or 8 months ago now. I was able to get this actually for $50 Canadian. I was like, you know what, would you take 50? He's like, yeah, sure. So we did a quick sale. 50 Canadian, I mean, is like 35, 38 US. So that's really cheap for PSA 10. And if you remember in my PSA 9 video, we had the others in PSA 9. So originally I was going to complete the set in PSA 9. But I got this guy for so cheap. I was like, you know what? Let's just add it to the collection. And it's a Lugia, so you can't go wrong. I do wish it was the staff version, but it's not. That's okay. So happy to have this guy for sure. Let's see what we got next. Boom! We have the Mega Charizard EX from Evolutions, the full art. I know that when this first came out way back in 2016, it was all the rage, really hype card, and it's still pretty cool. It's just not as crazy. I actually opened, I can't remember what they're called, the Power Keeper, Power Collection, whatever, with 10 packs and promos. I got it for 160 Canadian, which is dirt cheap. I think it was in like 2021, maybe? It was a while ago, but I was able to open this. Those packs were all fire, amazing hits, and I ended up getting a PSA 10. So we'll probably never sell it just because it was kind of some early memories of getting back in the hobby, and I got a PSA 10. So what more can you ask for, baby? Mwah, mwah. Okay, what do we have next? Oh, another Charizard. Come on, baby. Okay, this is the Darkness Ablaze Charizard. It's funny, it's just a regular VMAX, but because it's a Charizard, it's like this big chase card now. Darkness Ablaze would otherwise be a really, really bad set. I mean, it's already kind of bad. This is the only hit, technically, in it. But I got it in a 10, and I actually purchased this in a huge collection back in the beginning of 2021. Very cheap, $250 collection, thousands of cards. It was like a dream come true. You love to see those, but got the 10, so we'll probably keep it in the collection. What do we got next? Boom! We got the 2 Pikas, the full arts from Cosmic Eclipse. When I got back into the hobby, this was one of the best and one of my favorite cards that I wanted to get in a PSA 10. And I got 2 of them, and funny enough, these were both included in that same collection. Just raw, like in an ETB with hundreds of cards, just kind of sitting there. It's crazy. You don't really come across those kind of collections anymore because people just kind of know what they have. And this guy was just like, I just want to get rid of it. I think he opened a lot of packs and he didn't want to like keep opening anymore, so he just sold them off. And super happy to get these in a PSA 10. Super kind of nostalgic feel to the card. 2019, so Cosmic Eclipse, it's getting old now, 4 years. And to have them both in a PSA 10 is really special, and it's just a gorgeous artwork. Really kind of reminds me of Pokemon Yellow. Really, really beautiful card, and happy to have it in the collection. All right, let's see what else we have. Boom! Another full art from Cosmic Eclipse, and I guess they were actually secret rare, so 239 out of 236. I kind of forget that because now the full arts are just so common, so I do prefer this style where they're a bit harder to pull. I know they weren't so difficult, but it's cool that they were secret rares. And once again, this was in that $250 collection as well. And they all got 10s. They were just lined up in an ETB, so it's really crazy. I was really lucky, I guess, to get that collection and then for them all to get PSA 10s. I thought this was going to get a 9 just because of some centering, but we take those 10s, baby. We take those 10s. All right, and here we are at our last card. Let's see what it is. Boom! Let's go. That's an absolute fiery beauty. So, bit of a story. I always got a story on each and every one of my cards. I remember. I got a weird memory, but... So with this guy, was in a binder for like 20 years. I opened it myself as a kid. Unseen Forces in 2005. I cracked this guy open. He was just in a binder. He has an absolutely gorgeous holo foil. Almost has a 3D effect. It doesn't really come across in camera, but it's gorgeous. And, I mean, it's a low population in PSA 10. I'm not quite sure what it is, but a lower population card. So I was really, really happy to get this in a PSA 10. Will probably never be for sale just because it does have quite a bit of sentimental value to me. It was just sitting in a binder for 20 years. I had no idea it would get a 10, but as I was going through my old collection, I was looking at it. I was like, you know what? This actually looks pretty clean. I mean, it was my first submission, so I wasn't thinking it would get a 10, but looking back, I mean, it's really clean, if you can see. Zero whitening, zero specks, like it should be in a PSA 10, but sometimes they do cross over and sneak through. So super happy to have this guy in the collection. I'll definitely cherish this one. All right, guys, that's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. Hit all the buttons, smash all the bells. And as always, thank you so much for joining. Love you guys. I don't know what I'm doing, but I appreciate the support so far. And as always, good morning, good evening, and good night. And we'll see you in the next video. Take care. Have a good week. Love ya. Enjoy life. Take care. Bye-bye. Mwah.